Hey there YouTube, I've got a new video for you guys and it's a pretty special subject. I think it's time for me to tell you my story. How I've, uh, how I've become the lesbian I am today. Well, let me tell you, it was a long journey. Didn't happen overnight, even after I realized that I was totally attracted to women. It was a long journey. But let's begin when I was really little. That's a good place. Um, I did a lot of stuff that I now realize that was gay. I crushed on girls and I crushed on some teachers and I crushed on some friends and I actually found out that the majority of the people I used to hang out with when I was like this big are gay. Now, personally, that screams to me that deep down inside, even when we're this big, we know we're gay. So personally, I think that kind of enforces the whole "you're born this way" kind of thing. But that's a different subject. Back on topic. Um, let's see. Seventh grade. Seventh grade is the year I found out, or more so realized that I was attracted to women, and this is the first time I'm like, "Whoa, you're hot. You have boobs. I like it." But how that started. I did a lot of role playing online when I was younger, and I met this guy, and we started talking a little bit, and we had this like instant connection. I was like, oh my god, I love you, and I started telling him more about myself, and I was actually acting as a guy online, and I told him that I wasn't a guy, I was a chick, and it turns out this guy was not a guy either. This guy was a chick, and I was like, I really like you. I don't care that you don't have a penis. So we ended up getting into a long distance relationship, and I realized that hey, I really don't care that you aren't a dude, and I'm glad you don't care that I'm not a dude either. So that's really how it all started. But at that moment, I did not realize that I had become a lesbian. That's not what I was thinking mentally. I mean, before all this happened, I had the mental state that gay people were bad. Now, I have no clue where this thinking came from. I just remember thinking that certain actions I did, the thought would pop into my head that, hey, you can't look at her while she's changing. That makes you gay. And it wasn't like, oh, hey, that makes you gay, la 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 la. It was, that makes you gay. Which I wish I knew where that came from. And personally, it probably came from lack of education. I mean, middle school, I didn't understand what gay meant. I didn't understand what lesbians and homosexuals were. I mean, I wish I did because, whew, that would have saved me a lot of trouble. But unfortunately, I wasn't educated. So my initial thought was, I like chicks. Dudes like chicks. I dress like a dude. I must be a dude. Yeah, for, let's see, 7th grade, 8th grade, ninth grade, for 3 years. A little bit more than 3 years, because I was kind of at that point before realizing that I like women. But before that, I had that mental state. But for 3 years, at least, I was under the impression that I was transsexual. And I completely embraced it. I researched it. I talked about it proudly. I allowed all my friends to know. I wasn't ashamed of it at all, and I 100% believed it. And unfortunately, there are a lot of cases of this, and I have to say that it's from lack of education. I know people argue that, oh no, we shouldn't teach people about gays in school, but you should. You should. Not only because you have people out there that think they're gay and they're not really gay, they're just, some people do go through a phase, that's bad, and other people are gay and they don't realize it. They don't understand, and that scares them, that completely messes up their life. I totally screwed up, and I'm not going to say wasted, because it wasn't wasted. It was just really complicated, and I wish I could have skipped ahead to, hey, I know what I really am moment. But it didn't happen. So, my freshman year, I was very open. All my teachers knew. So it was an interesting year. My sophomore year, I wrote a paper on being transsexual, and I presented it to my class. And my English teacher went up to me after reading that and was like, "Hey, you can talk. I like that. You should be on forensics team." I was like, "Okay." And that's when I started to realize I wasn't transsexual, because when you do a piece about transsexuals with a bunch of facts and you start hanging around other people like that are gay, you start to realize that, well, hey, I'm not transsexual. I'm just a dyke. Yeah. So, like, halfway through my sophomore year, I realized I'm not transsexual. I'm just a dyke. And I'm happy with that. Now, transitioning from being I'm transsexual to being I'm a dyke, you wouldn't think that's so difficult, but it is. And the reason that's so difficult is because I let everybody know that I was transsexual. So I understand what happened within myself, but then you have to try and explain what happened to everybody else. Because now they're like, so Aaron, when you getting your sex change, or you still want to be a dude, right? And I'm like, no. And they're like, what? So it's a complicated mess. I think it's only just starting to get less confusing, I guess. I mean, I'm in my senior year. I'm 18. Yeah, 18, by the way. I had my birthday this month. Yeah, went to the strip club with my girlfriend. It was awesome. Chill. Oh, anyhow. Um, so that's my sexuality story. So, you watch this and you have an interesting sexuality story to tell me, I want you to tell me. Post a video, post a comment, private message me, do something. Goodbye, YouTube. Ciao.